Okay, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome once again, episode 4 to Rockstars Stop Wars. And please, you can email us, and we're getting loads of email and interest, and we're delighted with that. Thank you so much for the very positive feedback. So, to email, it's just at rockstarsstopwars@gmail.com. And thank you for that. So, we're going to talk about the great Bono, Dublin guy from U2. Remember when he met his wife before he became a pop star, he always said he wanted to change the world and reduce poverty if he could, which he certainly has done. There he is again under a blood red sky. Wasn't that the name of one of their albums? But huge campaigner in 1985 in America. U2 went to America, did their groundwork over there, of course, had a great relationship and still do with the Americans. And it was the great Jack Nicholson, the actor, that introduced him and said, U2 are a real band, very political, probably one of the most political bands ever put on the planet. And they're not shy about singing how they feel and the injustices in the world. And wasn't it the great Jack Nicholson who introduced them? And that painting was done by Ronnie Wood from the Rolling Stones. Look at the glint in his eye. Ronnie Wood is also a great artist that people don't know, and we'll talk more about the Rolling Stones as the series goes on. But U2, Power in the Name of Love, one of their favourite anthem songs, really. And what's that song about? Well, I'll tell you what it's about. It's about the great civil rights leader who was assassinated, Martin Luther King Jr. And of course, the Kennedy brothers did a huge amount for the civil rights movement in the 60s. Of course, they were both assassinated, Irish as well, the young Irish president. John F. Kennedy, who never even wanted to be a president. But anyway, that's another story. But Power in the Name of Love. April 4, a shot rings out in the Memphis sky. Free at last, they could not take your life. They could not take your pride. Pride in the name of love. I might have mixed the words up a little bit there, but you get the meaning. So many more political songs. U2, we need to give them more time. So we will get back, of course, the great guitarist, The Edge, founded by Larry Mullen Jr., and of course Adam Clayton. Now they're in the Guinness Book of Records of being the longest original band members together. So that's a little bit about U2, but they did a huge amount. Bono set up this one campaign after 1985, all the poverty, the poor people in Africa. Up to 27 million lives have been saved from the one campaign. And the brilliant Nelson Mandela, who a lot of governments described him as a terrorist. But they sang a beautiful song called Ordinary Love for the great Nelson Mandela. Now, Nelson Mandela in South Africa spent 27 years in jail for the colour of his skin. And remember, we got rid of apartheid, so maybe we can get rid of a lot of other regimes. But Nelson Mandela, one day he was in court, he was a lawyer representing a woman, and she had said that the maid had stolen her underwear. So he went over and picked up the dirtiest pair of underwear and said, "Are these yours, madam?" And of course she denied it. But that's just a little bit about U2. So much more. We got to get back to U2. So please, the song we want you to hear for this week is the song One by U2. But we will be getting back, and we're going to be probably covering Live Aid shortly. And I think we'll cover the next 6 weeks. We're going to look at the 27 Club, which are artists who died age 27, was 50 in total. So that's it for this week. So again, Gmail, rockstarsstopwars@gmail.com. And please don't forget to hit subscribe and forward to your friends. So talk to you next week, and we're going to cover Jimi Hendrix. Thank you. Au revoir.